the rest of the week. Now, we have had some clouds floating around across the country today, but all the while, as you can see here, that cloud has become thinner and thinner, more broken, and it's been drifting away eastwards as well. There is some thicker cloud there moving down into that northern part of Scotland, bringing there just one or two spots of drizzle. Incidentally, our cloud is linked to some even thicker cloud down around the Costa Brava, where there's been some very heavy rain indeed, and some thunderstorms, and one or two thundery showers persisting through the Mediterranean right the way through tomorrow. But the main thing closer to home is the mist and fog. It's already turning misty in some parts of the country. We have some spots of drizzle and some quite strong winds in the north of Scotland, one or two spots of drizzle on the north of Northern Ireland as well. But we are going to find that as the night goes on, it'll turn mistier and mistier. That mist will be thickening up into fog, and by the end of the night, more particularly in central and southern areas, there'll be some quite dense patches of fog, but nowhere really escaping, except that is the far north of Scotland, where it'll be breezier. Temperatures dropping down to fairly low levels, quite chilly in those more northern parts of England, down to 1 till 3 degrees, but milder in the south, around about 8 or 9 degrees. Now, the high pressure still there tomorrow, as I said at the beginning, well and truly controlling our weather and keeping the winds light and keeping that fog as a problem. Indeed, it's going to be a problem really for the next few days. So many parts of the country, from southern Scotland, Northern Ireland, southwards, starting the day certainly grey and misty, and I think a number of spots will have some of that quite dense and patchy fog. The worst of the fog through the Midlands, East Anglia and into southern England. Now, very gradually during the course of the morning, the fog should thin and lift and eventually clear away, I think, from most places, but just the odd pocket could, I think, persist right through into the afternoon. The exception to that theme is the north of Scotland, where again, like today, it's going to end up quite windy and some thicker cloud arriving, giving some spots of light rain and drizzle. But that apart, once the fog is gone, it should be dry virtually everywhere with a good deal of hazy sunshine and warming up nicely, around about 15 or 16 degrees come the early part of the afternoon, but staying cooler where any fog persists and cooler in that northern area of Scotland. For the following couple of days, very little is going to change. There'll be some early morning fog, and then it should end up dry and